What's up guys, Celestial here again, bringing you another guide. This time it's for Ozma. This is by far one of the most fun bosses I've ever fought in a Souls-like game before. This guy surprised me in so many ways when I was fighting him. It's actually ridiculous how good this fight is. Gushing all out of the way, this boss, spoilers by the way, obviously if you're watching this, spoilers anyway, but this boss does have 3 phases. I was completely taken aback by this when I played this. I was expecting only 2, but if you're doing the final ending, you do get three full phases, which are actually fairly difficult if you don't know what the moves do. So let's get into it and explain kind of what he does.
Oh, fuck.
So he's always going to put things on the ground with these spears. I wouldn't recommend parrying any of his magic, unlike Reese, because none of it reflects and it's all just going to build chaos, and you need to make sure you have a few either chaos resist vials or chaos removal potions and shit like that. So you need to make sure you have that, because he's going to get you with a lot of chaos stuff. This move, fairly slow. In the second phase, it's a little bit more delayed, so it does kind of throw you off a little bit. But yeah, you make sure that you stagger him as quick as you possibly can, get a big bunch of damage in, and then we're going to start progressing these phases fairly quick. Like with every other boss, he does have a fair amount of health, and he does also have like a phase within a phase within a phase. So yeah, he has loads of moves that you're probably not going to see, because I didn't actually see some of them until much later. So things like this, you need to make sure you're far enough away from him that you can avoid the fire. Not too bad. If you're near him when he does it, you just dodge out the way and then you get away from him. He does a lot of moves like this where he'll slam into the ground with the spears. He will actually do one where he physically slams. This I just blocked because I couldn't be bothered parrying it or brink blocking it or anything like that, or dodging. This is the move you kind of want, where he attacks you with a sword. When he's in his pseudo powered up phase like he is just now with the wings, he will use the wings as a follow-up as well. This move you need to get out of the way, and then he explodes the ground in a big area as well. So you need to make sure you're far away from that, very, very far. Or if you're a Giga Chad like some people, you can dodge it, but I recommend do not dodge it. He does a lot of the spears, like you can see. Pretty much all of his moves in the first phase are something similar to that. He will also make like a giant spear that he'll attack you with at some point, which is a bit further down the line with a really powerful explosion afterwards. This wing move that he does, I'm going to show you in a second when he does it. He tends to do it quite a lot. Like I said, just do the L1 circle move to stop this. It's not really fast, so you'll have a lot of time to react to it. And now he's got the wings, or he did until I knocked him out of him. He does have like a pseudo shield, like a little shield move. Like I said, with a lot of the mages in this game, they do have some sort of shield move that will stop them from being staggered like this, or that will protect them from damage and things. This is the fire one, but it's chaos fire now, so you always need to make sure you're out of that and then just get away. It's going to cause 3 tornadoes to come up, and if you can see him past that, just hit him with some spears as well that you have. At this point I was like, I'm just going to block this, because even though it builds up chaos, this is actually fairly difficult to dodge, and when it does hit you, it hits you for a lot. So yeah, make sure you just block that if you have the stamina to do it. This one here is going to cast a lot of magic. You can run like after the dodge and just kind of do similar to what Troca did. This little thing, before it touches the ground, just as it's about to touch it, you need to dodge, otherwise you're going to take a lot of damage. I've tried blocking it, but you still take a fair bit of damage. And like I said, all these spear moves that he does, fairly easy to avoid. Just make sure that you know where they are so you're not backing into them, because they will cause chaos damage and they'll tick you even when they're on the ground. This, when he does this full wing combo here, the last one, if you manage to parry the last one or brink block the last one even, that is insanely good, because what it does is it basically staggers him a bit, so you have time to get in on him and do as many attacks as you possibly want. So any of his big moves are like this, so I'll kind of explain which ones are like it. Like I said, if you have enough stamina, just block this. Like I said, I'm using the Greatsword, so I've got a fair amount of defense and stuff here. So here we go, the wing move again, because they're fairly delayed. This one is really delayed, but if you do what you did there and brink block it, he staggers backwards, and then you've got a big opportunity to do a lot of damage, use your spirit moves, use your brutal attack, things like that. Then just make sure you get him down as soon as possible. I think I forgot to mention in the previous guides, but I did all these on normal and without summoning, because I was doing the no summon through my first playthrough, and I wanted to play it on as hard as I possibly could. I keep forgetting this game has difficulty settings. But yeah, this is all done on normal. The second phase, he's a lot quicker, but when he does that claw move where he does like a combo, he'll always do this move straight afterward that you can do the L1 circle counter to. And this, fairly easy to block. That's a bit more annoying because it will cause chaos build up. This move right here is amazing because when he does this, if you parry, or I always say parry, if you brink block the last one, which I don't actually do at all in this, I don't think. I think I maybe do it once. The last one, he won't manage to do that explosion, and he'll stagger backwards like he does when he does the big heavy wing attack. If you brink block it, so you need to make sure you can brink block a lot of this. Whenever he does these lasers, he's always going to do 2, and you just want to make sure you're out of the fire because that's going to do a lot of damage and a lot of chaos damage. This move right here, the one that you just saw me do, the jump attack, that is actually a godsend in this fight. And here you go, another one of those moves as well. Yeah, it's a godsend in this fight because you can get in so much quicker and you can do damage at the same time. This move, he always does about 3 attacks, and then he'll do a sword move straight afterwards. They can all be brink blocked. This one can be brink blocked as well, but as you can see, it builds up a lot of chaos at the end of it. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this. These punch moves, I'm not sure what happens if you parry the last one of it, but this I was just basically brink blocking all these because I could not be bothered with his with his attacks anymore at this point. And then this is the same move again. He will always do the explosion on the ground if you don't brink block the last attack. So I always just ran away from him at this point because I was so used to doing it.
I've got 2 items
so yeah, just stay away from that. You can throw a couple spears if you want to damage him from afar if you've got enough spirit.
That's going to really fuck my
And then this move, he sometimes will go into a 3rd attack from this. Usually not that, it's usually the jump up into the sky and then he like claws you with his wings move. I think we maybe get it at one point during this playthrough here so you can see it. Some of these moves do look really similar as well, like he will do a grab with his wings that looks really similar to the one that you just saw. And it will be pretty much during the same combo, so you need to keep an eye out for it. Like literally any slight change in the way his wing looks, just make sure you avoid it and don't brink block it because he probably will try to grab you. You'll probably see it at least once in this playthrough because I'm pretty sure I do get grabbed. That also does look like a grab sometimes because he does grab with his fist too. So he basically has 2 grabs. This move is fairly easy to brink block, so I would usually just say brink block that move. If you want to try and avoid it, feel free, but every time I tried, he would usually hit me with it. It doesn't do a crazy amount of damage, but the amount of damage that you want to save during this fight is probably a lot considering how many phases this guy has and also how much damage he can do with certain attacks. So this is basically his 2nd phase within his 2nd phase. He will go up into the sky and he'll cast all these like portals. This is similar to Troca, where she would cast the attack. So you dodge and just run, and then the last one is the big attack. So as soon as the little ones are done, you know the big ones are coming. And then the last 2 are these 2. Just both at the same time. You just dodge once and you should avoid them both. That one, when he charges out the air, if you brink block it, he staggers backwards, as you just saw. Pretty much that's what happens if he does the big aerial punch to the ground thing. And this one's a little bit more staggered, as you can see, but still very easy to do that move against it because he gives you a lot of time to react. And then this move is probably one of the most annoying ones. I have never tried to brink block it. I'm not 100% sure what would happen if you did. It might maybe reflect it. If you guys want to test it out, feel free, but I always just avoided it because it does a lot of damage if you get sucked in, and it's fairly easy to avoid if you do that. This is the move I was talking about. So when he does the 2 charges, he will usually do this move, and it'll, if you brink block it, you have a huge amount of time to counter attack him, which is really good because you do need as many opportunities as possible. You can brink block this as well, but you do need to remember to run out the way when you do it, just because it will cause that big explosion. Pretty much most of his moves will cause that big explosion when it comes to things like that. This is a very easy move to avoid. You can just run around the arena. It will just spawn all these tornadoes, so don't run around too much. Try and keep them close together, because otherwise you're going to get caught when he's like doing his moves. So I tend to parry these ones. I keep saying parry, brink block. I tend to brink block these, and then the last one, most of the time I'll miss, but as long as you make sure you just run away, you're fine. And then, like I said, pelt him with a couple of these, because this is a bit stronger. That's not even the charged version, that's just the one upgraded version. And then these, pretty easy to avoid. The big ones are also fairly easy to avoid. And then he'll do that attack similar to what you saw before. And here we go, he's almost dead. Just got a couple more things to do to him. He's staggered for quite a long time as well, so feel free to do a couple of your skill moves just so you can do big damage on him. I feel like a lot of people miss that. Like, I've watched a few other people play this game through since I've completed it, and yeah, they tend to avoid the skill moves. I don't know why. This move right here, do not let him cast this move. If he's close to death, you make sure you kill him, because that can pretty much almost insta-kill you if you don't break it, because you need to run up to the rock and break it in order to actually stop him from casting it. And while you're next to it, it will cause damage to you. So yeah, in this phase, this is the third phase, he will start casting 2 of those big sniper chaos things that you see.
This is the bad
He
part.
will also do quite a lot of those moves as well, which is the thing you need to know how to basically reflect in this fight, because otherwise you're not going to win, because you do need to basically break his stamina here, and the quickest way to break his stamina is by reflecting those. And once you've basically broken his stamina, you don't even really need to attack. You can literally just do your brutal attack on him, because the whole point in this part of the phase is just, it looks cool. It can be quite difficult as well, so if you're low on health by this point, you might end up dying. When I first got here, on my first try, I did die. I think this is actually my second try when I'm fighting him here. I'm just very locked in at this point because it was getting late. So when he's staggered like this, you literally just do your brutal attack. It'll take a big chunk of his health off and he'll get enchained. And then you literally just do this 2 more times and he loses. Pretty much most of his attacks are similar here. He'll go up and he'll do like the arrow, but he'll have extra projectiles like this, which are fairly easy to avoid. I didn't even dodge that, I just ran. And then similar, if he hits the ground, just move away so it's not going to do it. When he does the charge like that, if you brink block it, you're going to get a big opportunity to attack him. And then same with this. If he hits you with that, it's going to knock the ghost out of you. I'm not 100% sure what that actually does. Because it doesn't seem to stop you from going into the phantom mode, because I go into it here. Because I have no chaos potions left, so I can't heal the chaos. So I just have to make sure that I get into this form so that I can basically remove that debuff from myself and then just get back into the action, because I know I can kill him at this point. But that is a big tip for you. If you've ran out of any of the chaos cleanse potions and you have your change ability, make sure you use it. This wing attack here is fairly easy to brink block, and then he'll do the charge like he does before. I just attack him here just to make sure. If you want to attack him, feel free, but just make sure you get the brutal attack in on him, because like I said, it takes a lot of his health away, and it's pretty much scripted to take that giant portion away. Here, he does it again, so it gives me even more opportunity to just beat the crap out of him and drain his stamina. He is so close to death here, and then he does it again. So he pretty much just killed himself here with me. So if you get good RNG there, then good. But if not, you know the moves to actually avoid and which ones to brink block, because they're pretty similar to his normal phase. And then here you go. So that's me done. That's Ozma killed. And if you guys want to do the 3-phase fight, remember you need to do that extra side quest to get all the items, and you need to choose a specific dialogue option. If you're following a guide, then you're 100% going to get it. I did it completely by accident. This whole game is amazing though. Like, I was so glad I got the final ending, because when I was actually streaming this, one of the people from my stream was like, I didn't get that 3rd phase. So yeah, if you want to experience this boss for what it should be, with all 3 phases, which are absolutely amazing to fight,
shit, this is amazing.
100% recommend trying to get the true ending. Plus it makes it easier for the platinum if you do it all in one go. And yeah, this has been amazing. I really hope they do make some DLC or like another game like this. This has been one of the best Souls-like I have ever played in my life. And all the bosses were so much fun. So many cool abilities they had. The only issue that I would maybe say that some people are having with this game is the fact that the bosses feel like they have a bit too much HP. But when you consider how easy most of the moves are to avoid, they're not like some games like Sekiro or Dark Souls or things where things are pretty much unavoidable, and you only really have like the dodge in Dark Souls to alleviate damage or stop yourself getting killed. Whereas in this, you have about 5 different defensive options. So yeah, this game has been absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for the support on the boss guides. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. If it has, leave a like, share the video. I'll see you guys in whatever content I do next. I'm not 100% sure what it will be. Might do a little bit more on Khazan, but we'll see. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
I swear to God. 4th phase?